This is a supplement to the escape headlock video. So please watch this one and the other escape headlock video. This is the things that I noticed were important the last week teaching it, that it might not have been pointed out enough in the other video. First of all, make sure they warm up their necks before class, and make sure that nobody's going too hard on their partner. I don't need, when I'm learning to do the motions, somebody trying to rip my neck off. There's going to be a time when I get all of the different motions and I understand all the different directions that I need my partner to start trying to make me tap and rip my head off. But I need to be ready for that, otherwise I'm just unnecessarily going to be walking around with a stiff neck. Okay, so the first most important thing, first of all, you're going to have a hard time. No, we'll start with the movement. I need to be on my side. So if my opponent is on that side of me, when they headlock me, I got to get on my side and I got to pull this arm in. Now there's two things that allow me to be on my side, which is what I need to be. My right shoulder needs to go back and my left shoulder can go forward. Generally what happens is my opponent, my uke, is pulling up on my right arm and pushing back on my left shoulder. So he's fighting me this way. I have to hide this arm like my life depends on it. It stays behind him. I anchor it to my knee. We'll look at that in a second with my uke. So he can't get a good hold on this, right? And now I pull my shoulder back as I move this one forward. If I can get this angle and hold it, I'm going to get out of the headlock, right? When I start getting problems with the headlock is when they're able to hold me flat. So first huge skill is this, getting on my side and protecting my neck, my hands in front of his neck. This way I can really reach. Look, I can even come up on that leg and I can reach his foot when I set up for it. Bang, right there, right? Or boom, without coming up or coming up, I reach. And once I've got that hook, I'm out, right? But the most important part, which we forget because it seems so simple, is stay on our side. Everything else is fun if we can do this. Otherwise, we're going to suffer. So when you start with a partner, they're not going to know how to get into a headlock position. Right? So what I like to do is show them how to get into a headlock. So Alvaro, sit here with your feet towards the door, please. And I'm going to see how we're sitting. Now I'm going to get headlocked. So I'm going to lay down, and he's just going to take his right arm, and he's going to bop. There we go. There's the headlock. They're going to have a hard time getting that. There's going to be all kinds of crazy stuff going on. This is what we need to learn. Now remember, I'm trying to get on my side, pulling back. I anchor my knees on the back of Alvaro. So spin a little bit. You see my knees? I touch both knees here, and I even try to have my elbow behind so he can't pull it forward. So I'm here. So he tries to get me flat. I don't let that happen. I'm stuck. Can we spin around again 180? So here we go, right? A little more, please. Here we go, right? What he's going to try to do a lot is grab onto this arm, and then he scoots his butt around the corner of my elbow. Scoot down. Up, and now he scoops up my arm with his body. Scoot forward. With your body to scoop under it. Scoop forward. Yeah, boom, see? I'm in a bad spot now. Now we'll learn how to do it here, but this is much more danger. He can armbar me. There's some kind of chest compression-like chokes he can do. I don't want this to happen. I'm going to fight for my life to get this. And as long as my knees are against his back, when he holds my arm and tries to scoot around it, he can't, because he can't scoot back. My knee is touching my right elbow. So if he disappeared, move away for a sec. See? I'm touching right here. So there's no space. I'm on my side. He can't scoop this arm up. If I understand how to do that, I'm going to get out of the headlock. Let's come again. So once I've controlled that, now my arm is here. Number one, I need to be able to scoop that leg. Right? And if he gives it to me, then great, I'll take it. But if he hides it, I'm going to do my pendulum, which is why my hand's here. My hand is here so I can push him that way so I can make him step or go to the bottom. Because when I do that, if he doesn't want to go to the bottom, he's going to step. I scoop my butt around and come on top because he didn't step aggressively enough. He's got to step in such a way that it actually gives him base. So when I'm here, that's the pendulum. I scoot away. I try to put my stomach towards the floor and I push him that way. I got to get my body out of the way so I can do it. Look, out of the way, boom, and I come up on top. Generally, the more savvy they get, they start not letting that happen because he's going to post his left leg like a stand-up and base position with the knee towards the sky and the foot on the floor. Boom. I keep the pressure until I have the hook, right? Then I can do my throw or my pull, either one. But the most important part, that's in the other video. For this video is stay on your side. Make sure the guy on top understands with his left arm to hold your arm, and then scoot his body around it. I'm trying to hold it. Go ahead, scoop it up, keep going. Oh, this is trouble. So now, I gotta pull it back in. He does it again, hold, boom. Now he pulls this up and drives me back to get me flat. Oh, there, this is trouble. Go back. So now he tries, my knee's touching my elbow, both my knees are on the back of his body, he can't do it. Now I'm gonna escape. That's important. The second important part, the rest of it should be on the video. So let's make sure we get that down. Watch the other video. It's going to show the rest. But that's the part that's not that fun. Everybody glosses over it, but it's going to make the difference between being able to escape the headlock or not escape the headlock. The scarf hold, or the head and arm like in wrestling, is going to be the next step. But it's a lot more dangerous. It's possible to get finished once they hold this arm. The escape seems real easy, so sometimes beginners think, oh, it's no problem, I let them have that. Trust me, you don't want them to have the scarf hold. Yes, the escape's going to be easy until you get a very high-level wrestler or a high-level judo player. So you really want to hide this arm like your life depends on it, because that's going to let you be able to stay on your side. Because when you get stuck flat is when you're going to get in trouble. The one escape that we didn't show in the last video is that when I'm here and they don't get a hold of the arm, I keep it in, I have this shelf right here which they're going to be sitting on. So when they push, overextend to push to try to put me flat, I grab. It's the same as when I hook the leg and pull them over, but I can do it just on this shelf. I probably do that a lot. I didn't show it in the last video, so we're here. Mayuki Alvaro is really trying to flatten me out, but he can't get that arm, so he's pushing into me. So I grab, push into him, and when he pushes back, I butt lift. See, he's on this shelf, butt right there. That's what gets me on top. That's it, guys. Get in there and practice the headlock. A lot of times we have a false sense of the lack of importance of escaping a headlock because we're not going to teach anybody to headlock. Judo guys, wrestlers, and anybody that went to 1st or 2nd grade knows how to headlock. If you don't know how to headlock, you should have gone to school that day. You shouldn't have cut that class. Everybody does it. You should be happy when someone headlocks you. It's a gift. You have to understand, to have a good pommel escape, you have to have a good headlock escape. Right? So your headlock escape is going to be super important. Don't underestimate the importance of this in both self-defense, competition, or MMA. Thanks, guys. See you soon.